Hi. In this tutorial, we will see how to implement effective state management using the provider package inside a Flutter Android app. Normally, to manage the state of a component, we use the setState function. The drawback of using this function is that it rebuilds the entire widget tree while doing its job. So it gets very resource-intensive task. The better approach is to use the provider package that handles the state management in such a way that only a specific UI component whose state needs to be managed gets re-rendered, not the entire widget tree. So the app feels fast and smooth. Okay. Let's see how to implement this. First, open the pubspec.yaml file. Go to the Dependencies section. Here, type the provider package name like this. And then click the pub-get button. Now the package has been installed in our app. Now, in the lib folder, we have two files. main.dart and provider-model.dart. Open the provider-model.dart file. Here we have a class called the provider model. This class extends the change notifier class. In this class, we have a variable called counter. Its default value is 0. Here's the getter of the counter variable. To access its value, we will use this getter. Then, we have a function called incrementCounter. When this function is called from somewhere, the value of the counter variable gets incremented by 1. And after that, we call the notify_listeners function, so that any UI component that is observing or consuming the value of the counter variable will be notified that its value has been updated now and they can use the latest value. Similarly, we have a resetCounter function here. When this is called from somewhere, we reset the value of the counter variable to 0. And here also we call the notify_listeners function. Okay, so this is our provider class that manages the state of the counter variable. We will use this in our main.dart file. Let's see how. This is the main.dart file. These are the imports. This is the main function. Here we create an app called myApp. But before that, we mention the providers that we are going to use. We may use multiple providers in our app, so we use the multi-provider widget here. Inside that, we will mention the providers that we are going to use. As of now, we have only the provider model class to use. Okay. Now, this is the myApp class that extends the statless widget. So that, anything that we create inside this class, its state cannot be modified later. It is stateless. Here we create a material app. We define its title, theme and its home page. The home page would be my home page class. This is my home page class that extends a stateful widget. So that, anything that we create inside this class, its state can be modified later. It is stateful. Here we create a state of this class whose name is _myHomePageState. This is the _myHomePageState class. Here we will design our app. First, we get an object of the provider model class. Then, in the build function we will create our UI. First, we will use a scaffold widget, upon which we will build other widgets. There are two important attributes in the scaffold widget. One is the app bar attribute. Here we design the toolbar of our app. And one is a body attribute. Here we design the rest of the UI. Here, first we have a center widget, so that the entire UI comes at the center of the screen. And inside that, we have a column widget. We use a column widget when we want to show multiple things vertically, one below another. In the column widget, we have three things to show. First, we have an elevated button here. The incrementCounter text is written on it. When this button is clicked, we call the incrementCounter function from our provider model class. So here, the counter variable will be incremented by 1, and at the same time, all the UI components that are observing or consuming its value will be notified about this update. But who is observing or consuming the counter variable? See here. This is the consumer widget. Inside the consumer widget, we have a text widget that shows the latest value of the counter variable. So this text widget will be updated every time the counter variable is incremented upon button click. The best part is that only this text widget will be re-rendered on the screen, and not the entire app. So the other UI elements stay as they are. That's why the app feels fast and smooth in operation. And to have some empty space between the text widget and the button, we have used the sized box widget here. Okay. Now, let's run this app on the device and test it practically. As you can see, we have a button on the screen. And above that, we have a text widget that shows the latest value of the counter variable, which is 0 at the moment. Now, as I click the button, the counter variable gets incremented and its latest state gets updated in the text widget. That's how you can do the state management in a Flutter Android app, using the provider package. The link to download this code is given in the description box under this video. Thanks for watching.